daily driving or hard charging, time in the elements can take their toll on your car's exterior. Mother's Back to Black products will restore the original look to trim with any color and keep tires blacker longer. Let Mother show you how to get back to black.
Guys like Mr. Will Danzig right here with Road Racing walking by. You're going to see the evasive guys going by right now. They're rushing out onto the track. This is definitely what it's all about, guys, right here. You know, teams working together to get their cars to go faster. See Tony Kwan walking by from Evasive Motorsports right here. Waved hello. Hello, Tony. You know, Tony and I go way back. We both used to work with Ken Miyoshi, the original import show-off shows with Miles Hasegawa, who now works with Formula Drift. Guy by the name of Mike Morita as well worked with us, who worked for Sparco for a long, long time, and now with the Motion Auto Show. Pretty cool group of guys, of course, including even Kent Chin, that used to work over there, that a lot of you guys in the scene know ran Endless Brakes for a long time, the U.S. office anyways. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be throwing it back to John Naderi here any minute. I believe that he's going to be up in timing and scoring. He's going to be doing some commentating on what we see out there on the track right now with the Faster Speed Index group out there. Here comes some of the Speed Index B cars. Really cool to see a CRX out here. I used to have one. Well, I've had a couple of CRXs in my lifetime. So, like I said, definitely cool to see these guys out there. Trins Turbo livery on that car. Another cool group of dudes I've known for a long time. Should I throw?
We need that mic for ambient audio. That mic needs to stay on for ambient.
I just started, so yeah. Good afternoon, Buttonwillow and the entire World Wide Web. This is John Naderi, and I am here at Buttonwillow for the first round of the Global Time Attack. Special thanks to Jason Dienhart for actually hooking it up for us and getting everything set up. We're looking at the third session of our Time Attack here, and let's be honest, it's warm, it's hot out here. It's plus 90 plus degrees, and it is definitely affecting the times. We are looking at, right now, Billy Johnson stands on top with a 149.241 to lead the entire field, also leading unlimited rear-wheel drive, followed by Will Falls in the Edge Motorworks BMW 3 Series. He ran a 157.756, very fast. It's an E30 3 Series with an M3, E46 M3 engine in it. And you're going to have to excuse me, we have some drivers coming in for a driver download here because we're also part of a NASA weekend, so I'm going to have to whisper. It looks like Billy Johnson has the fast lap of this session with a 209. I didn't know Billy was out. Is Billy out right now? Yeah, I guess so. Billy Johnson's running a 209.083 in the FX Motorsports Acura NSX. Not quite as fast as the 49 you did earlier. The track is definitely degrading. There's a lot of cars out on track this weekend. There's over 270 NASA teams in addition to our 40 Global Time Attack teams. This is the biggest Global Time Attack ever, so we're very excited about that. As we see, looks like that is I want to say the Apollo Performance. Kareem El Sharif from World Racing is up here in the booth with us, telling us that Chris Rado is actually on the track. This is the first session for the Team Need for Speed World Racing Scion TC. That car actually had some serious issues yesterday. I believe in testing, they broke a front spindle. The car makes that much power. I believe the power rating on the car right now is somewhere between 900 and 1,000 horsepower. Rado going 149, 981, actually very fast right out of the box, even in these detrimental conditions too. As we see the scroll, we're starting to do a new thing for this round. We're doing live timing and scoring, so you can actually see the times of the cars as they go by. That's actually Carl Reichwist in the Burke Technology 135. That car is actually competing in limited and street rear-wheel drive. In limited, he's running the new Hankook Ventus TD. It's a UTQG 80 tire. And then in street, guys, he runs a UTQG 140, the Hankook RS3. And I believe that's Brian Friday in the Project Import S2000, coming across start finish. I really love that scroll. It makes us look like we know what we're doing. Brian Friday in the Project Import S2000 just came across the line. We're waiting, and now we're seeing, who is this here that I'm looking at? That's actually Andre Hartanto in the Tuner Playground S2000, another S2000 in street rear-wheel drive. He's also on the Hankook Ventus RS3. As we see Roy Narvez coming across, he's actually competing in street all-wheel drive in a Nissan GTR, an R35 GTR. Roy just ran, Rado ran a 149, 981. That's really fast. I believe that's the fastest time of the session right now. Followed closely by Michael Chang in the Evasive Evo, 150, 114. It looks like Mike Benani in the Team Need for Speed World Racing Scion TC street car. That street car makes somewhere between 600 and 800 horsepower, depending on who you talk to at the World Racing Camp. He's on Continental Extreme Sport Contact DW tires. That's like a UTQG at 340. That's a pretty serious tire. He ran a 213, Kareem El Sharif telling me, so not bad for Benani his first time out. We see Michael Chang's fastest lap there. I don't know who we're looking at right there coming through Talladega. Roy Narvez coming through bus stop right there as you're seeing him come into picture. We're doing the 13 clockwise configuration. This is the infamous time attack configuration. We use both the east and west loops. It's a 3.1 mile course. As we see, I believe that was Ken Soon that just went across the finish line, if I'm not mistaken. Or perhaps that was Chris Frick. I'm sorry, I think that's Chris Frick coming across there. We're looking at, I want to say that is Mike Benani in the Street TC, the World Racing Street TC. So Rado fielding two cars today, a street class car and a unlimited front-wheel drive car, the Fwing 2.0. Benani's fastest lap, he improves, 2:10.017. Right now, street front-wheel drive is led by Tim Cowell in Sport Car Motion Integra. I'm sorry, that's limited front-wheel drive. Excuse me. Street front-wheel drive is led by, I believe it's Clint Boideau in the Apollo Performance Ford Focus running a 159.311. That is really fast. If that time is correct, I believe Clint is leading that class right now. That actually looks like Carl Reichwist in the Burke Technology 135, going a little wide there, using the entire track there. Carl Reichwist going around Talladega right now, and he's going to actually what's called Phil Hill here at this circuit. So, and then we see coming into the pits, can't see who that is coming into the pits. And there we're seeing the hot pit lane. Looks like Chris Rado is coming off track into the paddock. He's going to sit on his 149. Definitely not a record time. I believe Chris holds the record with a 146. And we see Mike Benani closely behind, talking to one of the engineers from World Racing. Still on track right now, coming down the front straight. That is Clint Boideau in the Apollo Performance Subaru WRX. Clint running double duty for Apollo Performance. He's driving his own personal Ford Focus, and he's driving this Subaru WRX for Apollo Performance. Out there, I believe that's Chad Boyles in the AM Racing Nissan 370Z, then Z34. And we see Jacob Tanaka going very slow in the Tanaka Racing Corvette. He had some problems with his throttle, he was telling me, throttle spring or something earlier. And now we see, this is Chad Boyles.
Everybody with the cold, non-caffeinated fluid.
Chad Boyles driving the Nissan 370Z. That's AM Racing. They're known as the bad boys of Time Attack. We heard Todd Wilson call them last season or 2 seasons ago when they competed in the Red Line Time Attack series. And that's Andre Hartanto coming into turn 1. He's driving the Tuner Playground S2000. Not sure what his last lap was. Across the finish line now is Roy Narvez in the RD Engineering.
How was that last session?
R35.
Yeah, that's because it was a race group out
Here
there.
we see Carl Reichwist. Carl Reichwist is currently leading limited rear-wheel drive with a time of 1:52.487. Don't know if he's going to improve on that here. Actually, he has run 1:52. Oh, someone going very slow. I believe that looks like Tarzan Yamada in the Platform AG M3, having big problems with that car. They're saying they're down on power. They're struggling with that car right now. So Tarzan clearly struggling with that car. Tarzan was the very first record holder at Eastern Creek. He's the current record holder at Eastern Creek with Cyber.
You know, I would really love to skip this part.
At Scuba, he has a record there too. He was the first one to get a Time Attack record at Scuba.
From challenging people. Number 112.
Now we are looking around here. Oh, what's going on? There we go. I'm seeing, that looks like Chris Frick and the Mitsubishi Evo. I don't know if we have a time for him. Is he showing up anywhere? Producer Nolan looking for Chris Frick's time. I don't think he's pinging. I don't think his transponder's actually pinging, as we see Jacob Tanaka now in the Tanaka Racing Corvette. Jacob Tanaka. There we go. All right, Producer Nolan. Look at Producer Nolan, how fast he is, man. He's on fire today.
So that was that flat burn.
Coming across start-finish line, that is Andre Hartanto in the Tuner Playground S2000. Looks like he might have had, that looked like a little dirt on the back, a little off. I wonder if the track's getting dusty. Hartanto's fastest lap is a 2:01.218 in street. That's not enough. His fastest time right now is a 2:00.773, and he's being led by Vijay Mirzayan in Evolution Raceworks BMW 135i, who has a 1:57.569. People are waiting to see if and when Carl Reichwist switches tires. And that looks like Ken Soon in the Godspeed Sport Car Motion Honda Civic. So Ken Soon, we're going to see if we can see what his best time is for today. Jacob Tanaka's Corvette just sounds brutal coming down that front straight. We're going to get up here in the tower. We're actually showing you this. We're actually looking at this from inside the tower. That's Brian Friday in the Project Import S2000, and now we're showing Andre Hartanto. No, I think this is still Brian Friday.
So, yeah, they were out there with it. Everybody's on.
Oh, that is Roy Valenzuela. No, I'm sorry, Carlos Valenzuela.
They never say anything.
In a Honda CRX. It's actually an H4, NASA H4 car. His fastest lap, 2:19.380. Very, very quick for a H4 car with a plate. It looks like Tarzan Yamada is pulled off the course too, so he's off course right before Grapevine.
Oh my gosh. It was kind of scary falling in pan.
Dwight Tanaka there. Actually, Jacob Tanaka. I'm sorry, Dwight Tanaka, his father. I'm hearing the producers talking about fastest lap is a 2:08.453. That car was a former Formula Drift car driven by Alex Pfeiffer, and Conrad Bruno actually drove that. They have a long-time relationship with Nitto, running the NTO1s. And here we see who's coming down the front straight here. That looks to be Roy Narvez in the RD Engineering R35. He's running in street all-wheel drive. That car comes with 285 tires and a 19-inch size. He's running 255 wide tires, so his car is legal for street, and he's doing pretty well actually. He's in second place right now in street with a 2:03.335. Don't know what his fastest time in this session is. Oh, now we're looking at is that Tarzan Yamato actually got the car going again. There seems to be some sort of electrical problems with Tarzan Yamato's platform AG M3. Now we're looking at Chris Frick, but we do not have time for Chris Frick. He does not seem to be pinging our transponders. Or his transponders. And somebody, Jacob Tanaka coming across start finish. Fastest lap 2:07.510. Not sure what his last lap was. Now we're looking at, that's Roy Narvez in street all-wheel drive. That's his R35, the RD Engineering all-wheel drive through bus stop. Very clean through bus stop. His fastest lap of the session, 2:01.671. His fastest time of the weekend. That is his fastest time of the weekend, actually. He improves on his 2:03.335.
I'll tell you what I do in situations like this. We're going to stop this right here. Because
Lots of traffic there. We see Chad Boyles, we see Matt Dennison. Cars are getting bunched up there. We don't like to see that in our time attack series. As much as wheel-to-wheel racing is exciting, we try to save that for the grade A. We're looking at Jacob Tanaka again.
That's just ego.
Okay, next.
We're showing Roy Narvez's fastest lap right now. I believe he improved on that time. And this is actually Brian Friday in the Project Import S2000 as they're waving the checker on this session right now. Brian Friday is not showing up right now. We're not picking up Brian Friday. His time is not showing up, so we're gonna have to check that.
You want to play nice together. It's all the team you want to work together. If somebody's behind you, especially if somebody...
Nope, no time. Poor Brian doesn't get time. That's so sad. Wah, wah, wah. It's like a farewell on timing and scoring there.
I don't have a trophy here for you for getting here.
Looking at this session wrapping up right now, so we're getting ready to close out this session. As we see, whoa, Christian Nolan really tearing it up with the graphics here. We got Chris Rado on top of the charts, 149, 981. We see, as we're watching Jacob Tanaka come across, Michael Chang in the Evasive Evo with a 150, 114. Carl Rydquist with the Brook Technology 135. He's running a 153, 244. And who is?
You have to maintain your momentum in a turn. So if I don't know, I let him by. Let him by. That's just my recommendation.
We're having a phantom driver here. I don't know who Miller is. Well, whoever Miller is, he's going really fast. We're showing it's as Christian Miller, but Christian Miller is not here this weekend, so unfortunately he's going really fast for a car that's not here, so we're going to have to figure out who that is and correct that name there. So Alex Pang in the Novak Racing JRZ S2000 doing a 2:07.767. And another phantom driver, Norman Tong, not here, but he's showing up on the charts, so we're going to have to get that name straightened. And then Andre Hartanto in the Tuner Playground S2000 running a 2:09.69. And Roy Narvez in the RD Engineering R35 rounds out the top group. So producer Nolan is going to go to the next thing. Are we seeing everybody here? Oh, look at that. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, Jacob Tanaka going wide, bringing a little bit of dirt back on track. We do not like to see that. Going around Talladega.
Give you guys a pass to get out on the track.
Jacob Tanaka did not log a time in the first two sessions. This is his first time session, essentially. Every lap counts at Buttonwillow. I mean, Global Time Attack, obviously, Buttonwillow. But we're seeing Matt Dennison get back into his Evo.
Barbecue tickets.
Hoping everything's all right with Matt. Matt Dennison right now, not sure what his time is in this session. Oh, look at that, 2:06.853. Producer Nolan all over it, making me look bad as I'm looking at my computer and he's already got it up on the monitor. But Matt Dennison, that is faster than his 2:12.346, and that moves him up into, I believe, with all things the same, he's in 4th place in street all-wheel drive. So big ups to Matt Dennison in the Matt Dennison Evo, as he calls it. Need a better name for your team, Matt. Better name than Matt Dennison Evo.
global time attack.
Oh, there,
That's
there.
his
Producer
national
Daryl
record.
found that pillar and he moved away from it.
That's
I think
his
that's
North
Producer
American
Daryl. We're
record.
going to give him a hard time for shooting the pillar. Note to Producer Daryl, do not shoot the pillar anymore. Looking at the track, and we are, that's basically the end of our session. We're going to have, the next session coming up will be at
So that's our gamma. Okay.
5:05.
One
I'm sorry,
barbecue ticket
5:25
per paid driver. I
to
don't
5:45
know
is our
ticket.
last session of the day. That'll be our fourth and last
I
session.
don't know why.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down to the paddock. We're going to show some commercials, or maybe they're just going to show you what's going on the track. I'm not sure exactly. Producer Roland, Producer Jared will be doing that, and then I'm going to be running downstairs,
Does anybody have
walking my
any?
fat butt downstairs, and then let's see what's going on with everyone else. All right, stay tuned, everybody.